Alright everybody, welcome back to another episode of Rimworld Alpha 16, Season 2, Episode 15. Alright, so the commentary is going to be a little bit different for this episode because when I was recording the episode, it was recording from a different microphone than I wanted it to, and it sounded like complete shit. And so yeah, here we are. I'm commenting over what's going on right now. We got geothermal power. But yeah, I'm just recording audio over this so that you guys have talking and that I wouldn't have to go and replay, like load an old save and replay and talk over it again like I didn't even make the episode. So instead I'm just talking to you guys while, you're watching, basically. Going to be a little bit disconnected from the gameplay, but I'll be able to talk over it, you know. Basically, we're going to get this geothermal generator going. And oh, sorry, my voice cracked there. Yeah. Not a lot happens, but yes, I'm just going to be here with you guys talking while I watch myself play the game. And yeah, Mustang is doing work. But yeah, this episode we're still struggling with Mustang and Veer's emotional problems, basically. And that's a pretty big problem. The sensory mechanites are really taking their toll. We're gonna heal Veer, or make sure that she's treated and stuff. But also, the only good doctor we have is Dankman, and he's busy building the geothermal generator, so he's not going to be able to treat her for a little while. But yeah, maybe, I guess I'll use this time to kind of talk about the channel a little bit. You know, some people stop by, they leave one comment or so. You know, the channel's not really moving too fast, which is perfectly fine. I don't need it to move fast at all. You know, I'm just not really... I mean, I do want it to, you know, like I want to do stuff for it that'll make it go faster, and I want to make stuff that deserves people to come in and look at it and watch the video and be like, damn, this guy is good at what he does. You know, to be honest, Rimworld isn't going to give me that, but it's part of what I want to do. Yeah, you know, I play games all the time. And if I'm not recording them and talking to you guys, then what's the point, honestly? I could be using my time better, and yeah. So basically, if I'm going to be playing video games, I'm going to show you guys and I'm going to talk to you guys, and you guys are going to get the videos every day. And also, it keeps the downtime until I can get other stuff worked on as well, and then you guys will have even more content to receive from me. But yeah, basically the geothermal generator is going to help out a lot because we do have a decent amount of turrets going, and the solar generators aren't really cutting it and keeping us powered overnight sometimes. So sometimes the power goes out and stuff, which sucks, but I think it's going to be okay. And I was pretty pissed off when I realized that all my audio for the episode went through my headset's microphone instead of my blue snowball, which sucks because I have to do this for you guys and basically doubles my downtime for making this single episode. Normally it only takes 20 minutes to record and then maybe like 40 minutes to render. Max, maybe 35 usually for a 20-minute episode to render it out, and then because these kinds of episodes, they don't really take like a lot of editing, so basically I just record them, line the audio up with the sound, and make the intro sound good and make the outro sound good, and then basically I render it, and then it's ready to upload to YouTube, and then I make the thumbnail, and then I put it up there, and then schedule it to go up at 5 AM that next day or whenever. But yeah, these episodes go up 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. probably for everybody. For some reason, I set it to 5 a.m., but it always goes up at 6. So, which is why I set it for 5, so that it'll be up at 6. But yeah, these episodes go up every day at 6. So stay around and be aware that the episode will be there at 6 every morning. And if you guys are up around then you guys can watch it before you go to work or school or whatever. Veer was visiting a grave of Rocky, I'm pretty sure. But again, it does suck that my original audio wasn't really recorded for this. I mean, I'm not complaining, you know. I mean, obviously I am. It's kind of a shitty situation there. But, yeah. Right now I'm moving the cursor. Basically, I'm saying that I'm going to build a stone wall around the geothermal generator to protect it from raids and stuff. I'm not really sure what I'm doing there with the cursor. Still circling around it. And the sensory mechanites are really killing me, man. I don't really know what to do about them. I'm wondering if you keep them treated for long enough that they'll go away, but I don't know. It's weird because there's a lot of pain, but some of their stuff is enhanced, which is odd. Not really sure how to take that. Still having Dankman try and finish the geothermal generator, which is pretty much what we do this episode, honestly. And it's a pretty big accomplishment, honestly, but it does take a little while since we only really have one person to do it for us. I don't really have a whole lot to talk to you guys about, honestly. You guys know that the channel is pretty small, and we're still working on it, so eventually I'm sure that the community will be created. You know, we don't exactly have a community yet, so that's what we're trying to hopefully bring in with the consistent content and everything. And the geothermal generator is complete. All we have to do is get the conduits done, and then everything should be hooked up. We have a little bit of trouble making Dankman do that, because it does take a while to get all these conduits made. As you can see, our batteries are pretty like low, almost empty. Oops, sorry about that. I mean, I'm sure you guys won't really mind the different kind of commentary here, you know? It's a little bit like I'm not actually doing the stuff on the screen right now, obviously. But I'm talking over the stuff that I've already done for you guys. And I really did not want to go back and replay everything that I did here and act like nothing even happened, you know? Well, I probably would bring it up and say, well, this is the second time I've recorded this, but, you know, I didn't really feel like doing that. I might as well just be honest and use the footage that I already got and talk to you guys while I watch myself play here. And honestly, we are doing fine. you know, our colony is doing perfectly fine. It's just Mustang and Veer's sensory mechanites that are really causing trouble. It's their moods that are just constantly on the verge of breaking, and it's really annoying. Hopefully we can get other people that don't have this problem soon, because we really do need more than 4 people, honestly. Just so we can have enough people to do just one thing, you know? Like, I like having one person concentrating on doing one thing most of the time. And then whenever I need people to do it, they can do multiple things at once. But right here, Dankman is showing off his inability to finish things on his own. Eventually Dankman will start making that wall for us, which is good. Sorry if I'm not really, like, I don't really feel like I should have to talk, like, constantly right now, because, you know, you guys already know the situation here. I'm kind of just sitting here talking to you guys. Another thing is, once we get these conduits up and going, is that it doesn't really give us the boost that I thought it would give us. And I think it might be some kind of problem. We might have to set up a separate battery room just for the geothermal generator. And then maybe we'll connect everything up through there. That might be a good idea. But I don't know. We will see. And another thing is that the whole episode, at least after the geothermal research was done, I forgot to add another research project the whole episode. So Mustang wasn't really doing that for us, which is what he's useful for, or good for, most of the time. I am really excited though for the raids, at least when we start raiding other people. I'm not sure when that's going to happen or what it will really benefit us with, but hopefully, and maybe we'll wait for Alpha 17 to really start doing that. I'm not really sure. We'll see what happens, how far we get, and from then on I guess we'll decide whether or not we're going to do a 3rd season or do something else. But I think I trust that this will end up okay. I think it'll be alright. I'm just looking at these dead bodies, wondering if they were human or animals, and I think we're having Matthias bury them for us. It always sucks though, because I just had to delete all that audio. I just talked 20 minutes to myself for no reason at all. I mean, obviously there was a reason for it, but something made it invalid and unusable. So that's life, but it's also another thing that I'm gonna have to make sure doesn't happen. And usually I'm pretty good at making sure things don't really happen when I record, but this episode was different, and hopefully you guys can appreciate that I'm talking to you guys still, I could have just uploaded the video without me talking over it, which I'm sure would probably be, you know, still mildly entertaining, but it'd be kind of lonely. It's always nice having somebody talk to you while you're watching a video or something. And this is when Mustang broke and he started fires, so we were using Matthias to try and put him out. But then we gave up and just let the fire burn. Because we know that because we're in a tropical rainforest that everything's going to be okay and it's going to rain. So, and it happens every episode. I think I need to make somebody flip off all those turrets, because I think that'll help us store a lot of power as well. But, yeah. And the rain starts and puts out the fire, just like every time. I might be relying on the rain a little too much sometimes, but honestly, we don't exactly have anybody to really put out the fires. We don't have enough people to really put out a big fire, you know? We've only really have Matthias, and pretty much everybody else will break if we tell them to fight fires. Dankman still working on the wall. Which honestly, usually Dankman is pretty good at doing what we tell him to do and what we want him to do. And another thing is also, if you have people assigned to joy all day or whatever at the time, if they're on joy mode or whatever, they will not really do what you tell them to. And if you switched it to anything or work or something else, then they will do what you tell them to. And that was the problem I was having before. So my bad, it wasn't actually the game's fault really, but also I think that Alpha 17 is going to fix some of those problems that I was experiencing with people not really going through with the stuff that I tell them to prioritize sometimes. But again, I think that's also half on me for that one. At least half on me. Here's where we choose our research project, and I think we go for hospital beds. Just because they seem pretty useful. Eventually we'll have to do medicine production as well. That's probably the next thing after, probably after hospital bed, most likely. But we'll have to do drug production first to get to medicine production. Oh look, I just realized there's a research thing that you can make components with. That is something I did not know about. So we'll definitely have to get to that, because we don't really have a ton of components after making that geothermal generator. This is when we get a cassowary self-tamed. Which, you know, I'm not going to turn down a cassowary. Why not? No reason not to accept it into our colony. As long as it treats us alright. You can make jade doors. That'd be pretty cool. I'd like to have a jade door. That'd be pretty sick. But it is getting close to the end of the episode, and I'm probably going to make the intro, or the outro I mean, in a few seconds. As always, you know, I still have, I love playing this game for you guys. Obviously I'm not playing it at the moment, but I hope you guys enjoy the fact that I take another 20 minutes out of my day to commentate over stuff that I've already played. And yeah, I mean, I don't want you guys to think that I wouldn't. Obviously I'd do it for you guys. I'm doing it right now, but yeah, I didn't want you guys to sit there and not have anything to listen to. But yeah, alright, I will see you guys tomorrow for the next episode of Rimworld, and see you later.